Mayor, Esther Lim has ceded her time to me.
Okay, you have 2 minutes.
Supervisors Kuehl and Solis, I know you had particular interest in what the real size of a so-called treatment jail needed to be. And HMA looked at this, but one of the fundamental things they did on page 34 of their report was do a chart in which they project the mental health population based on what they say is the growth of the mental health population between 2010 and 2015. The problem is HMA was relying on the data from DMH and the Sheriff's Department. It is well recognized that the Sheriff's Department and DMH did improper screenings in the jail, and they estimated it back in 2010 that only 14% of the inmates in the jail were mentally ill. That's simply not right. The Sheriff's Department and DMH were regularly finding people who had schizophrenia and were on SSI disability in the community to be so-called malingerers when they showed up in jail. So when they have your 14% figure in 2010 and it goes up to 20% in 2015, it's not because there are more people with mental illness in the jail. It's because the screenings have finally gotten somewhat better, in part because of the work of the Department of Justice to pressure DMH to do a better job, because if you don't do good screenings, you get more suicides. So what HMA is saying is we're going to have an upward trend that directly matches the upward trend from the last 5 years. But the last 5 years' upward trend is completely illusory. It is a result of better screening in the last 5 years, not an increase in mental health population. So if you get rid of this dramatically upward line, you dramatically have to reduce the size of the mental health population that we will be getting in the future, and necessarily not even taking into account the diversion that we have to be doing. You need a smaller facility than this grossly flawed projection gives you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me also call up Marie Lamas.